Hi, I'm just gonna make this video as quick as I can because I could talk for 2 hours on this subject. But how to increase your credit score? Here's some tips for quick ways to do it, and some things to look at down the line. First of all, what is a credit score? If you don't know that, there's 3 credit bureaus. There's TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. So when you pull your credit, the middle score is your score. So if you have a 601, 602, and a 700, the 602 will be your score. It could be from either any one of the bureaus. So anyway, credit's very important because they're now using scores for job applications, for utilities, for insurance. I don't like it, but that's what we're dealing with. So I worked for a credit repair company years ago, and here's some of the quick ways I learned to increase scores. And one is to get a secured credit card. You can just search online and find different types of secured credit card. Look for the credit, the interest rates. Try to do something reasonable if you can. Another way is to borrow money from yourself, and I did that recently. Actually, it's been a couple of years, but it increased my score about, I don't know, 60, 70 points. I went to Regions and took a loan from myself, the smallest installment loan that they had, and I secured it with a CD, the same amount, and just made payments on it and saw my score go up fairly quickly. And it took 3 or 4 months, maybe 6 months, but it went up a lot. So that's a cool way. You can dispute your derogatory trade lines on your credit score. So the bureaus are responsible to make sure that they're accurate, and just make sure if you do that the letters come from you. If you dispute it yourself, or if a credit repair company disputes it for you, make sure that the letters are mailed from you, because it's the law. I think the law is still this way. So if you dispute a derogatory trade line on your credit, they have to respond within a reasonable amount of time, and that's usually 30 days. If a third-party credit repair company disputes a trade line, a derogatory trade line, the bureaus aren't even required to respond. So that was a big thing in the company I worked for. It really made all the difference in the world, that one thing. So the longer those trade lines have been on your credit report, the better your chances for getting them removed. But the bureaus are responsible to prove that those trade lines are accurate, and a lot of times they can't. So if they can't prove it by phone numbers, addresses, and verifying that it's absolutely correct, then eventually it has to come off your credit. So learning the more you learn about credit, the better your life is going to be in this system we live in. I don't agree with, but that's the system we live in. Anyway, if I can help at all with any credit questions you have, please shoot me an email, give me a call, respond to the video, and I'll do my best to answer those questions. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and have a wonderful day. And I hope it helped. Hey, I wanted to add one more thing to the last video. I didn't talk enough about credit cards. Credit cards, another way to increase your score is to look at the limit that you have on your card. So if you have a $1,000 limit, you shouldn't go over $400 on that card. You should keep all your limits to 30 to 40% of the limit of the card. And the reason that is because when you go over 40%, I believe it starts to ding your credit. So if you're over 50%, it's probably 10 points, 60%, 20 points, 70%, 30 points. It can affect your score a lot. But if it's under, it helps your score. So just keep that in mind. And you can call your company to increase your credit limit. It's one way to get it back under 30 to 40%. You can transfer the balances and try to get a higher limit, but do whatever you got to do to keep those under 30-40% if you can. So that's it.